Hello everyone, and thank you for taking a small part of your day to visit with us. Welcome to our presentation for Castle Rock PEP, a division of Castle Rock Investment Company. For the business owners, executives, or fiduciaries in the room, I'd like for you to see if this sounds familiar. Let's say you desire to set up a formal 401k or similar retirement plan in the past. The idea of saving a ton of dollars for yourself for retirement and encouraging your employees to save sounded great. But then the laundry list starts of what your responsibilities entail for having such a plan. Distributing regulatory notices, filing your 5500, reviewing employee eligibility, updating participant records. Are your loan payments being paid on time? Does my plan require top-heavy testing? The list goes on and on. I can't think of one business owner that I know that wouldn't rather spend all of that time on making their business stronger. Castle Rock PEP will allow you to take back that time for yourself and your business. And we have a lot to cover today, and I do hope to give you back a few minutes, but here's a brief overview of what we're going to cover. By the end of the presentation, I promise you will have an understanding of what a pooled employer plan is and what it offers to both employers and employees, and how Castle Rock differentiates itself via its educational efforts and investment expertise. I am Ryan McCarty, CFP, Lead Financial Advisor for Castle Rock Investment Company. I have been in the financial planning industry for more than a decade. I have served on the investment management team for numerous 401ks in the past, and I proudly serve families across the country with their individual saving and retirement goals. I am proud to be part of the growing team here at Castle Rock, spreading the word on our unique pooled employer plan. But you're here today because you want to learn more about the pooled employer plan as an alternative to traditional retirement plans and or seeking alternative to your state mandated plan or those shown here in red. We recognize the various states are putting their best foot forward and encouraging everyone to save more for retirement. There's nothing wrong with that. But what does that do for you, the business owner? The answer is not much. With the majority of state-mandated plans, you are simply putting yourself and your employees into this glorified IRA and or Roth IRA. And everyone can do that at any time. No government assistance is needed to open an IRA. So what are we doing? We're just putting this plan together so that you don't have to get fined arbitrarily by the government. Well, we have some great news because there's now a better way. So just what is this pooled employer plan? Well, it's really a new type of 401k plan. So like I mentioned at the beginning of the presentation, Castle Rock PEP looks to take all of the hassle of retirement plans out of your busy hands. Castle Rock PEP, as of 2023, is proud to be one of only 300 nationwide PEPs available for membership. If you've ever previously considered a 401k in the past and groaned about all the administrative tasks like we talked about at the beginning, one of the key differentiators in the PEP is you don't have to be involved with that burden. If you notice the branching paths on the left side of your screen, you'll put together that the adopting employers of Castle Rock PEP at the bottom share the resources above. That includes Castle Rock Investment Company as your investment advisor, as well as Slavic 401k as your pooled plan provider, and Mid-Atlantic Trust to be your trustee. But this is where the pooling stops, because you'll notice that the adopting employers are separate. This is important because every business that becomes an adopting employer will be able to generate their own set of plan parameters. You may share resources, but your retirement plan will be customized to fit your needs. And here's a brief look at some of those options. Whether you do or don't have a state plan knocking on your door, Castle Rock PEP unlocks the power of a 401k for small and large businesses alike and has incredible savings potential. In a PEP, you'll have access to both pre-tax and Roth contribution options, along with the ability to begin an employer matching contribution. And that employer match, along with other decisions in creating your plan, are yours to decide on. While resources are shared in a PEP, know that you will have the final decisions when it comes to company match, loan availability, and more. Colorado Secure Savings and other state-mandated plans just can't offer those options because, again, they are just glorified IRAs. Couple all of that with the tremendous contribution limits and tax credits the PEP offers, and you realize there's really just no contest. And did he say tax credits? You bet I did. You'll have a few on offer when starting a new plan, and we're focusing on the most applicable here. Plans that start with auto enrollment for their employees are given $500 per year for 3 years in tax credits. Likewise, if you're offering employees an employer matching contribution, you'll receive $1,000 in credits per employee that qualify for the plan. Finally, those employers that choose to absorb the overall plan costs will create a pool of credits that can climb up to $5,000. Your first year with Castle Rock PEP could see you with multiple thousands of dollars in tax credits with $0 out of your pocket. We mentioned that we are only one of 300 available PEPs, so there are a few out there, but why choose us? While PEPs might be new to the game, Castle Rock Investment Company has been in business for 17 years, completely woman-owned during that time frame. We are SEC registered, community driven, and our status as a fiduciary for both adopting employers and their plan participants is far and away our main priority. We take our fiduciary label so seriously that we offer multiple opportunities for education among employers and their participants. I personally lead the education wing and offer many opportunities for those under our charge to learn and ask questions freely. At the beginning of your PEP enrollment, we offer group sessions to assist your employees with enrollment, picking their initial investment lineup, as well as figuring out their contribution amounts. Going forward, we offer the opportunity for one-on-one sessions when participants are in need of particular guidance. At times, we host educational webinars and sessions for Q&A about anything the dollar touches. All participants in Castle Rock PEP will also receive complimentary access to our Right Capital software, which allows a family to aggregate all of their financial accounts for easy visibility. And just like in a 401k, a PEP has a traditional lineup of mutual funds for participants to choose from. Our investment lineup just happens to be handpicked by our founder, Michelle Soriano, after more than 17 years in business and well over 2 decades of investment management. Most participants will enjoy the simplicity of our Vanguard target date retirement funds. For the do-it-yourself crowd, we offer an incredibly well-rated lineup of mutual funds that allow access to the various asset classes in the investment world. So what does all this cost you? Well, first things first, you pay nothing to get started. Unless you choose to do otherwise, there are $0 out-of-pocket costs for being an adopting employer. In Castle Rock PEP, costs are completely dependent on how much is invested and number of participants enrolled. You pay no startup costs, there's no audits to pay for, and no surprises after enrollment. Fees are deducted proportionately from participant accounts by default, and we can see that these fees will decrease based on the number of participants and the invested assets inside of your company plan. For a simple example, let's picture an employer with 5 total participants with $100,000 in invested assets. Total annual cost would be $1,075, $900 of which comes from the investments, and $175 comes from the participant charges. Each participant would incur charges relative to their account balance. You, as the employer, can decide how these fees get paid. You leave them at the participant level, giving you a $0 out-of-pocket cost, or you take the fees on yourself and receive the business deductions and initial credits that go along with that. Castle Rock PEP really is the perfect vehicle to tell the government that you are more than capable of creating a retirement plan for you and your employees. If you don't have to worry about a state plan presently, it's an amazing alternative to the traditional burdens that have followed qualified plans of old. Whether your business is large or small, maximize your savings while earning tax credits and incurring $0 of startup cost. What I want to do now is, since you can't necessarily click the link you see on my screen, I'm going to drop my Calendly link into the chat. I want to discuss where you are in choosing a qualified plan for your business. Set an appointment with us today to talk about how easy it is to get started. The sooner you get started, the sooner you and your employees can start putting your retirement dollars to work. And we know that Castle Rock PEP is a saving grace for employers looking to step up their retirement game for themselves as well as their employees. If there's anything you do today, please do not keep us a secret. We are on a mission to transform the world of qualified plans. Whether it's Colorado, Illinois, or New York, we want to show what we can do. So I would just like to say thank you one more time, and please open the floor to questions. Thank you so much.